For today's video, we'll be looking at the I.Joe Classified Series B.A.T, or Battle Android Trooper, on The Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
Alright guys, an oldie at this point, but a goodie. The B.A.T from I.Joe Classified. Hasbro made pretty much a one-for-one 6-inch version of the 1986 character with this release, and gave him some extras that you didn't see at that time. Comes with the standard I.Joe Classified packaging, at least up till now. You got your artwork, of course, because he's number 33 in the series. He still has the old back and side. Not gonna go into all that, but we're gonna get him opened up and see what we got. Alright, so here we have the Battle Android Trooper out of his packaging with all of his accessories. He comes with 8 accessories before we start talking about things like belts and hands, which is a good number of accessories. Of course, we know this figure is going to be repainted ad nauseum in ways that are, in my opinion, somewhat nonsensical, but nothing beats the original, and always bet on black. One of the things I like to say about this figure is that he's one of the earliest figures to have pinless joints in the I.Joe Classified line, which goes to show how this you know, it's evolving. It's an evolving kind of thing going on there. In the comics, the Battle Android Troopers were a little bit more reliable than they were portrayed both by Larry Hama on the file card and in the comic. In the file card, the Battle Android Trooper is pretty much like a machine gun with legs. It's not reliable. It shoots at everything. It's just basically used as a shock troop or a means of escape or something like that. In the comic book, though, they were much more reliable, to the point that Cobra Commander, the false Cobra Commander, Fred 7, had installed a camera in one and was using it to spy on Serpentor, leading up to the Cobra Civil War. They were also used in issue 80, where they were kicked out of helicopters to sort of lay the groundwork to take over an island that was cropping up in the Gulf of Mexico due to the original island, I don't want to say construction, but of Cobra Island. So, you know, while a lot of people army build these things to excess, you know, and I would sort of maybe like smirk. In the comic, they were much more reliable. In the cartoon, they were, you know, pretty reliable too. They didn't shoot at cobras some kind of way. They knew not to shoot at cobras. So, you know, whatever. However, the figure that we get here is, you know, it's pretty much amazing. It's an updated version of a 1986 classic. And you can't really ask better, you know, for much more than that. The B.A.T was absolutely one of the favorites from that year of G.I. Joe, which would have been series 5. And, you know, it remains a fan favorite to this day. I had 4 of these at one point. I only have 1 now because I sold my G.I. Joe collection. Not because I wanted to, but because I needed money. And I actually got this guy at Target for $12.99, along with the Alley Viper that I reviewed earlier. So that was probably kind of cool to be able to get at least one of each. The reason why I had 4 bats is because I wanted to have one for each of the attachments. So 1 hand, 1 claw, 1 flamethrower, 1 machine gun. I'm probably not going to use the battle damaged parts, but they're there if you want to do that. I'm probably not even likely to use this non-battle damaged chest piece, because honestly that's what looks, this gives the look of the 1986 figure, which had a lenticular sticker stuck in here. This is all painted, of course, but just for the review, we'll go ahead and put it in there. I don't know. To me, it just takes away from it. It takes away from the look. Does it work? Absolutely, but I just think it looks more compelling like that. I don't know why. It's the colors, I guess. All right, so we'll get the bat geared up and do some poses. Final thoughts. Way I got it figured, the Bat figure for G.I. Joe Classified is definitely a must-have for G.I. Joe Classified collection. Obviously, they make great army builders. If you're into army building, but even having a single one, it's a very fun figure to play with. Stands well, holds its accessories well. It's an absolute joy. I'm gonna give this figure a 10 out of 10. I know it's an early year release for most of us, and it's old hat at this point, but I have these figures sitting around in boxes, and if I'm gonna open them, I might as well do a video, so I did. If you like the content, please give me a subscribe, like, and comment. If you do not like the content, I guess you can, dislike the video, I suppose, which some people seem to want to do now. Don't know why. Not out to offend anybody, but I guess it's just a thing. Everybody stay safe. I'll see you on the next video. We'll have some more Classified, some Marvel Legends, and of course some Transformers reviews coming up this week. I'm working on when I'm going to get Galactus up. That's a pretty special purchase, and therefore it's going to be, I'm going to do my best to do a special video. All right, guys. Hope to see you soon. Everybody stay safe. Peace.